We're solving an exponential equation, so that means that x is in the exponent. Before we can even touch the x's, we have to have the same base. So here we have 4, and here we have 16. It's much easier to make this 16 into a 4 by changing it to 4 squared. 4 squared is 16, and then this squared here needs to multiply by 2x minus 31. I'm just going to bring down the 4 on this side to the x minus 5. Now there's a complicated reason why, but these base 4's cancel out. I'll explain that later. And so we're just left with x minus 5 equals 2 parentheses 2x minus 31. And then we can solve for x. So we get x equals 19. It's really good to know 4 squared equals 16. Yeah, it's just something you have to know the powers of 4. If you forget how to do that, you just take 4 to the 1, 4 squared, 4 cubed, 4 to the 4th, and you would just see if one of these matches with what you're given on this side. So in a later video we'll have where it's a little bit more difficult, but you need to get the bases to match before you can cancel them out. You can't just do x minus 5 equals 2x minus 31 to start. Really quick, I want to talk about why these base 4's cancel out. And the reason has to do with the log function. So I'm going to take this over here and show you why. So just like positive 4x minus 4x were inverses, so they canceled out, the base 4 has an inverse of log base 4. So if I take log base 4 of 4 to the x minus 5 and log base 4 to the 4 times 2x minus 31. Okay, a property of logs that we'll get to later is that the exponents can come to the front. So we're going to take the exponent to the front, exponent to the front. So what that would look like is x minus 5 log base 4 to the 4 and 2 times 2x minus 31. You can go ahead and distribute this if you want to. Log base 4 to the 4. Log base 4 to the 4, a property of that is that those are opposites or inverses, so they cancel out, and we're left like we were up here. We're going to be left with this x minus 5 equals 2 times 2x minus 31. So that's a little side note, and we'll get more in depth as we go on, but that's just so you know where we got this, how we could just assume that the 4's cancel out. It's because the log of both sides would cancel those out.